In this tutorial video, we are going to be learning how to install Flutter inside our macOS operating system and learn about all the setup that is required to make Flutter run successfully from our operating system. Now, if you are using macOS, you can build Flutter applications for several platforms, like you can build Android apps using Flutter, and you can also debug Android apps on Android Emulator. You can also build iOS apps and you can debug that inside Xcode iOS stimulator. If you want, you can also build macOS application. It is also possible inside macOS stimulator. And then if we want to learn Flutter for web development, in that case, it's also possible. You can run Flutter for web inside Google Chrome or Safari browser. Totally depends upon your choice. So for this, first, let's learn how we can install Xcode. For installing Xcode, we need to open our Apple App Store. Make sure that you are signed in. From here, we need to use the search box and search for Xcode. Here you will get the option. Currently, it's showing me to update. Xcode is already installed in my system, but in your case, it's going to be showing you the download option. Make sure to download it. But one suggestion I would like to give, like Xcode is almost like 3 GB. If you don't have enough space inside your main hard drive and you also have some external hard drive, in that case, you can download Xcode inside that external hard drive. For this, you need to simply open the App Store settings, and here you need to select this option. Download and install large files to separate this, and here you need to choose the disk. I had already selected it, and if you do this, then large files are going to be automatically installed in that external disk. Xcode is already installed in my system. If I do a simple quick search for Xcode, it will open for me. Next, we'll be requiring Android Studio for Android development. For installing Android Studio, we can do a simple Google search and search for Android Studio. Here we'll select the first option. Now from here, we need to download Android Studio. Click on Download Android Studio. From here, we need to accept the license. Click on I agree, and then we need to choose the image that we need to download. Depending upon your processor, you need to choose this. If your Mac processor is Apple chip, in that case, you'll be selecting the first option. If your Mac is old and using Intel chip, in that case, you should be selecting the second option and just download it. Next, if you want to use Flutter for developing web application, in that case, you'll be requiring to have Google Chrome. You can simply search for Google Chrome and you can download Google Chrome for your operating system. For writing our code, we'll be using Visual Studio Code. If you don't have Visual Studio Code, in that case, you can just search for vscode and download it according to your operating system and image that you have. At last, then we'll be visiting flutter.dev. This is the official site for Flutter. Here we need to click on Get Started. Then it had automatically selected our platform as macOS. First, we'll be requiring to install Git. So Git mainly comes pre-installed with Xcode. If you are installing Xcode, then you don't need to install Git separately. You can simply open your terminal and type git ---- version. If it's showing like this, it means Git is installed in your system. And next, we need to install Visual Studio Code. We have already downloaded. And here I'm going to be installing Flutter manually, because if you don't want to install the latest version of Flutter or you want a specific version, then you should be always choosing the option to install Flutter manually. So here I'm going to be selecting install Flutter manually. Git is already installed in our system. Next, we need to download Flutter SDK. Depending upon our processor type, so you can select, it will download the zip file. Later, we need to extract it. Now we have downloaded all the disk, image and zip files. Let's install them one by one. Installing disk image is very simple. We need to just double click on the disk image and we need to simply drag and drop it inside our applications folder. And now when you check the applications folder, you will find that Android Studio is now installed. We can simply open it. Click on open. Now let's install Google Chrome. It's also very simple. Just double click and pass it to applications and it's done. Next, for installing VS Code, we need to unzip the zip file. And this is the application. We can simply drag and drop it inside our applications folder. And that's done. Now it's time to install Flutter. For this, we need to unzip it. We can simply double click it and it will be unzipping using the archive utility. And now we need to read the documentation. Like here we have downloaded our zip file. Here we need to create a folder. Inside our Finder, we need to go to our home folder. Here we'll be creating one more folder. Let's name it as development. And here we'll be pasting this extracted file. We can simply copy this, move this here, and you will find the bin folder is also here. And here inside the bin folder, it contains both Dart and Flutter Unix file. Now we have unzipped it and moved to a development folder inside our home directory. Now we need to write an environment variable so that we can access Flutter from anywhere inside our system. Let's open the terminal. Let's use Nano Editor and create a .z profile file inside our root directory. Here it will be like this. We need to just pass the path to SDK. Once we need to copy the path. So the path for the bin folder is this. We can just remove this and here we can simply do drag and drop. It will take the path and now hit Ctrl X, Y and then save it. But this time the changes will not get reflected. We need to also call source inside our root folder .z profile. Now we'll be able to access Flutter. Let's run Flutter Doctor. It will tell us everything. If this command is running and not giving any error, that means that we have successfully installed Flutter. Now, as you can see that we have Flutter installed as well as Android Emulator and Xcode, Chrome, and we don't have any network issue. Now we have successfully installed Flutter. Now we'll be creating new projects. If you want to use Android Studio, inside plugins, you'll be requiring to install Flutter plugins. You can simply search for Flutter inside Android Studio plugins marketplace. Click on install. We'll be also requiring the Dart plugin. Also install this. Now after both of them are installed, we need to restart our IDE. Here we are getting the option as new Flutter project. Now Flutter is accessible anywhere within our system. Either we can create new Flutter project using the Flutter create command or we can create it manually like this. The easiest way to create Flutter app is using the command prompt. We can simply navigate to the folder where we want to create a new application and then we can use Flutter create my first app. Here we are using the Flutter create command and then we are passing the name of our application and hitting enter. And it's simple. It just created a new Flutter application. Now we can open that application inside Android Studio. Click on Trust Project. Now here we are getting the option to either open it in iOS Stimulator or macOS Desktop or Chrome Web. For now, Android option is not showing because we have not yet created any Android emulator. First, let's create an Android emulator. For this, we need to open Device Manager. Here we need to create a new virtual device. Here it's asking me to update the emulator. Let's update it. Here it will take some time to download and install. Now click on Finish. And here, depending upon our need, we can select any screen resolution. And here we need to download an Android image. For this, I'm selecting Android 16 and it will also take some time to download. So click on Finish and wait until it downloads the full image. Now we have downloaded Android 16 Google Play image and it has also created a medium phone emulator. Let's start it. We'll be debugging our demo Flutter application here. And now from the devices section, we need to select Android medium phone device and click on the run button. It will start to debug the demo Flutter application inside our Android emulator that we have recently created. For the first time, it will take time to download in other packages, but not to worry. From the next time, it will be very fast. And now it has just started to debug our demo Flutter application and it's running fine. We don't have any problem. If you are able to achieve to this step, it means that you had successfully installed Flutter and Android emulator is also in working stage. We can make changes inside our code and it will get reflected instantly when we save it. Now for debugging it in iOS stimulator, we need to open iOS stimulator. And it's simple. From here we need to select our iPhone and then we need to just play it. It will start to debug the application inside our iPhone 16 iOS stimulator. And now we can also run it in Google Chrome for web development. Simply select Google Chrome device from devices and click on run. It will take some time to launch for first time. And then you will be getting this Flutter demo homepage UI. The process for running and debugging inside Visual Studio Code is also going to be similar to Android Studio. First, from here, we need to open the Flutter applications folder that we have created. And from here, we need to open the extensions tab. From here, we need to search for Flutter and download the Flutter extension. And we'll be also requiring the Dart extension. Make sure to install both of the extension. After installing both of the extensions, you will find the devices option starts to appear in the bottom tab. When we click on this devices option, you will find that we are getting the option to choose the devices that are available to debug. In this case, we can just select the device and open the left folder main.dart file, or you can select and choose any .dart file. You'll be getting the run and debug option, or you can run it from the debug tab. Just click on run and it will start to debug the application on the specific device that you have selected. And this way you can very easily debug your Flutter application code inside the specific device or emulator that you have selected. If we do any changes, then you will find all the changes are getting reflected instantly.